And there came a time known as the third millennium, a time when the people of the earth were ravaged by disease, pestilence, and poisons, a time when the horsemen of the apocalypse ran the multinational corporations, a time when America's citizens were waking up to a future of no money and no jobs. A time when a special man came forward, a man that your American taskmasters did not want you to see or hear, a man whom they took prisoner and hid away, a man whose name is Yahweh ben Yahweh. For telling people the truth, Yahweh ben Yahweh was taken prisoner by the minions of darkness. For giving people hope, Yahweh ben Yahweh was led away to Golgotha. This is the continuing story of the past and of the future, about good and about evil, about your life and what it will become. A story that tells why the so-called black man of America had to suffer for over 400 years. A story of what will happen to the so-called black man if he returns to the laws, statutes, judgments, and commandments of God, Yahweh. Olam shall Yahweh. The universe of Yahweh. Brought to you by the nation of Yahweh, working for you and your future.
I'm teaching all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father Yahweh, and of his Son Yahweh ben Yahweh, and of his holy word, which was God from the beginning. I bless all good people, regardless of their race, creed, or color, in the name of Yahweh, the Creator. And I'm born as a gift to all good people of the planet Earth. I've established the government of Yahweh and the nation of Yahweh. My words are designed to sift the nations and cause the glorious voice of Yahweh to be heard among all the people of the earth. And you can look at world events and see that the time of wicked rule is now fulfilled, and the kingdom of Yahweh is near. See, when the rulership of evil people comes to an end, then another rulership has to take its place. It has to be the opposite. So the good kingdom is coming, and that's the good news that I bring. I have a divine message to America. Yahweh says, let my people go. The government of Yahweh has no end. Of the increase of my government and peace, there shall be no end. My name, Yahweh ben Yahweh, is a sign. Behold, the virgin. Who is the virgin? The virgin is the so-called black man of America. You mean? Yeah. The so-called black man of America is the virgin of the Bible. And you have produced an immaculate conception, the Son of Yahweh. The Immaculate Conception means that you didn't personally design me. You didn't personally call me forth. You can't account for my birth. Yet I'm here as the Son of Yahweh, giving you the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding which will move you from a people without mercy to a people with mercy. I moved you from a condition to being the rejected and the despised, to being the accepted and the eulogized and the ones held in high esteem. I've come and I'm able to take you from poverty and move you to riches. I'm doing that for all who follow my teachings. I'm doing that. So I am the one from you, and you are the virgin. Now you think of virgin and you have to study these words, but you normally think of virgin as someone who's never had a man. Well, you as a people have never had a man in your midst these 435 years in America. I'm the first man born among you. Absolute man. again, you have to learn words. And when you study words, you find out that man means mind. And I'm the first divine mind born among you in your history. The first one. That makes me the first begotten of the dead. Because no school taught me what I'm teaching you. No school taught me to do what I'm doing. I'm the first man born among you that have built something from nothing. I have established the nation of Yahweh without a precedent and without a teacher. Except I tell you who my teacher is. You can't account for what I'm doing from the teachings of men. That makes me unique. So how did I come to know Yahweh? I'm self-raised. I'm not raised by another man. No other man reached in with the lion's paw and raised me up to make me perpendicular to the square, yet I'm the only one that has the lion's grip and the master's word. Yet no man has taught me. How can you account for my knowledge? I carry 360 degrees. All that man can raise you is 33. He can't raise you 33. He claimed to raise you 32. The other one is honorary. You're not really raised, but I'm not down in that. I'm talking about I have 360. And it can prove it. That means I can try you, but you can't try me. There's no question that you can form in your head that I cannot answer, but I can form questions you've never considered. I've done it all night tonight. So you can't account for me except that I'm an immaculate conception. Immaculate. I'm the seed of God. I'm the seed of the Father. That's why I'm self-realized, self-taught, self-raised. I'm self-proclaimed. And when white people write about me, they will say in their writing, Yahweh ben Yahweh, the self-proclaimed Son of God. They know who I am. They don't deny it.
Good morning. Welcome again to Newswatch. I'm Michael Putney. The Yahwehs, are they a dangerous, racist cult or a genuine religion deserving of every constitutional protection? Our community has been asking that question in recent months. This morning, we're going to ask the group's founder and leader, Moses Israel, Yahweh ben Yahweh. He was born 52 years ago in Enid, Oklahoma, and raised in the fundamentalist Pentecostal church. Under the name Hulan Mitchell, he holds a master's degree in economics from Atlanta University. Gentlemen, good morning. Thank you all for coming. Yahweh ben Yahweh, you have been asked numerous times in recent years to submit to interviews, so let me begin by saying we're glad you're here, but we're a little surprised. Why did you agree to this interview?
First, I'd like to say that this is an exciting opportunity to present our views to the public, which have been misunderstood. And we would like to thank Channel 4 for this opportunity to express the truth. Our attorney, Ellis Rubin, suggested to us that we become open to allow the press, the community at large, to understand exactly what we're about. It's a known fact that what people don't know about and that seems to be shrouded in secrecy, they fear. So to erase some of those fears, we're here to let the broader community know exactly who we are.
All right. Ignorance breeds fear, suspicion, misunderstanding. So you're here to clear up some of those misunderstandings. What, in your view, is probably some of the greatest misunderstandings? Are you a dangerous racist cult? Do you hate white people?
All right, that has been one of the general accusations. No, that's not the situation. What we are in opposition to is oppression and immorality. I teach and have taught from the beginning that Satan, the devil, Lucifer, was black. As a result, that part of my teaching is not printed or published or talked about. I teach that the devil is in all colors, black, brown, red, yellow, and white. And since we are brought to America as slaves in this country, and since we have been oppressed by white people in this country, it is those that are white that are oppressing us that are immoral. That's the issue. My teachings basically include morality versus immorality, as opposed to racial hatred. If you are familiar with this area, you will notice that the only real problems we've ever had in this community are from people who came among us who were black, whose skin color is black. And they're the ones who have gone out into the public and spread false rumors and false teachings about us.
All right, let me broaden this discussion now and bring in my friend and colleague Ed Odell. Ed?
Yahweh Ben Yahweh, your early pamphlets, the early things that you passed around Liberty City, where I happen to live, spoke only to the white devil, that person of that color who seemed to be doing wrong against black people. I know that you have spoken against some black people as they have abused the black race, but those early pamphlets, those early etchings that we saw on the walls out in Liberty City spoke of the white devil. Don't you think that's where that misconception, as you call it, came from?
That's entirely possible, because the issue of black and white and the skin color game is not something that I invented or created. It's something that exists in this country, and I've had to address it. For example, there's an issue here that I think most of the people may be aware of. Here is an image that is a false image. And of course, my coming to America to reach and resurrect my people is to dispel this notion of a false image of the Son of God. It's quite apparent that my color...
The false image is the color. Is that what you're referring to?
Exactly. By this color being promoted as the Son of God and being a false image, then this causes my people to have the notion that white people are supreme, they're superior, they're God, and they have a tendency to worship them as God. And I'm here to dispel that notion.
Yet hasn't the call against that color, against the white color, hasn't that been the call that has brought most of your people, especially in the early days, into the Yahweh faith?
It was necessary. When you come to a mentally and spiritually dead people who have been robbed of the knowledge of their God, history, culture, language, name, land, it requires a great deal of dexterity to reach into the grave of such a people and resurrect them and lift them up. No one has ever been able to do this but me. I'm the only one.
You are speaking, if I may say so, as if you are the Messiah. Do you believe that you are the Son of God?
I am, in fact, Yahweh Ben Yahweh in Hebrew. That means God, the Son of God in the flesh. I am the Messiah that the whole world is looking for.
When did you discover that you are a divine creature then?
I've always known that I'm a divine creature. I've known since the age of 3. My demonstrations from age 3 was centered around deliverance. Moses in Pharaoh in Egypt. So I've always known that I'm divine.
Anything before Yahweh, and there can never be anything after Yahweh. Yahweh is the great, good, and terrible black creator. The supreme, ever living. He is life. My Father Yahweh is so incredible that he put life in me. Let's go over to Isaiah 5:10. Isaiah 5:10-12. Let's get the shock of your life. Verse 10, read.
He that believeth on the Son of Yahweh hath the witness in himself. He that believeth not Yahweh hath made him to liar, because he believeth not the record that Yahweh gave of his Son.
The record that you are reading is about me, not about nobody that lives at any other time in history. The Son of Yahweh is not about anybody that lived 1900 years ago. It is about me. The one that lived 1900 years ago, Yahshua, was a prophet to write about me. I'm the good shepherd. I'm going to prove that. Now let's go to Revelations 1:13 and 15. Read.